This committee gathers not just to review policies, but to inform or affirm our commitment to justice, dignity, and compassion. Values that should define how government serves its people. Ang dalawang panukalang batas po na tatalakayin natin ngayong araw ay may malinaw na mensahe. Hindi dapat pabigat po ang pamahalaan. Ito po dapat ang sandigan ng bawat Pilipino. Una, ang panukalang bigyan ng lifetime validity ang IDs ng mga taong may permanenteng kapansanan. Let us begin with one truth. Permanent disability does not change. Hindi po ito nawawala at hindi rin po ito gumagaling. Yet our current system requires many PWDs whose conditions are lifelong to repeatedly undergo renewal, re-evaluation, reprocessing of documents that simply confirm that we already know their permanent disability. Ano po ba itong mga permanent disability na ito? Wala pong, ito po, wala pong kamay, walang paa. At birth, or na disgrasya, na aksidente, pinutulan na po ng paa, wala ng kamay. Nandyan din po yung bulag, pipi at bingi. Hindi naman po hindi na po gumagaling yan. It's there. Lifetime. Paralisado po simula sa pagkabata, simula na pinanganak, yung mga nakahiga na lang po sa kama. Yung may mga autism, hindi po ba? Therapy ng therapy, pero wala naman pong kuhaan, hindi po ba? Down syndrome, ganun din po yun. Yung mga kapansanan po na irreversible, na hindi na po gumagaling at hindi na gagaling pa. Ito po yung tinutukoy ko po sa aking panukalang batas. Bakit natin taon-taon na pabalik-balikin pa ang mga taong ito or yung kanilang mga guardian, yung kanilang magulang para kumuha ng ID? It is, hindi ko alam nang ginawa yung batas na ito na sana sinama na rin common sense. Kung pinanganak ko talaga inborn, wala, kulang po yung paa niya, isa lang ang paa, or hindi talaga siya makalakad. Why do we have to re-evaluate yung kapansanan every year? Gagaling ba? Tutubuan ba siya ng kamay? Kung pinanganak siyang walang kamay, isa lang ang kamay niya. Mababalik ba yung kanyang paningin kung siya po ay bulag nung pinanganak? Or bulag, pipi at bingi nga? Mababalik ba? I don't know. Sometimes minsan ho, may pagkukulang din kami ho ng mga mambabatas. Because we do not sometimes think. Dapat po yung mga ganito para hindi na po, wala na po tayo mga ganito, hindi tayo nagtitipon-tipon dito, hanapan ng solusyon. Kaya nga po, gumawa tayo ng isang panukalang batas na itigil na ho natin itong renewal ng mga PWD-ID doon sa mga permanente ang kapansanan. Imagine the burden this places on them. Isang araw na naman sila sa pila, kung hindi man po sila, yung kanilang mga guardian, yung kanilang caregiver. Isang araw na naman napagod. Isang araw na naman na kailangan nilang patunayan ang isang bagay na hindi naman po nagbabago. That's what I'm saying, it's common sense. For many, these renewals are physical, emotional, and sometimes financial strain. Requiring constant renewal sends the wrong message. It suggests doubt. It implies that their reality needs to be re-verified again and again. Ano pa i-verify mo? Wala nang pinanganak siya na kulang ang kanyang parts ng katawan niya. Hindi siya makasalita, bulag po siya, bingi, pipi, simula ng pinanganak. Why do we have to re-evaluate it every year para mabigyan lang siya ng ID ulit? And then they will do it again, all over again. Sabi ko nga ho, hindi na gagaling po ito eh. Hindi na po siya tutubuan ng paa ulit o ng kamay. Di po ba? It's permanent disability. This is just unnecessary. It is unfair for them. Providing lifetime validity for IDs of those with permanent disabilities is an act of respect. It acknowledges the truth of their condition. It reduces administrative barriers. And it allows government resources to be redirected to those who need evaluation the most. This is also an opportunity for us to recognize that our policies reflect our values. Kapag ginawa nating lifetime valid ang kanilang IDs, we send a powerful and compassionate message. Naintindihan namin kayo. Nirerespeto namin ang kalagayan ninyo. At hindi nyo po kailangan paulit-ulit na patunayan ang inyong kapansanan para lang makakuha ng suporta. And I believe every one of you here agrees with me. Second, we will take up the crucial measure that aims to institutionalize the assistance to individual in crisis situation or AIX program ng DSWD. AIX has been served as a lifetime, has long served as lifeline, isang tulay sa oras ng matinding pangangailangan, offering medical, burial, transportation, and other forms of emergency support. And let me emphasize, the proposed AIX Act is a LEDAC priority. Ito po ay ika nga nasa listahan po ng Pangulo, underscoring its national importance and the urgency of ensuring that this crisis support is consistent, predictable, and protected from administrative uncertainties. In many far-flung communities po natin, sa mga baryo, malay sa sentro, sa mga pamilyang kumakapit sa pag-asa, AIX is often the difference between despair and survival. By institutionalizing it, we give substance to our promise that help will be there when needed most, not as a matter of political discretion, but as a matter of right. Pag naging batas po ito. These two proposed measures share common spirit, ang pagpapagaan po ng pasanin ng ating mga kababayan, yung may mga kapansanan at yung mga nangangailangan. As we begin today's discussion, I encourage all stakeholders present, government agencies, advocates, and members of the public to contribute your insights, your ideas, your thoughts. Lend your voices with clarity and conviction today. Our goal is to craft legislation that does not merely function, but legislation that cares. Legislation that does not merely exist on paper, but uplift lives of the PWDs, of the poor. Maraming salamat po, and I look forward to a productive and meaningful exchange this morning. Thank you po. Anyway, we now proceed with the hearing proper para po sa kaayusan ng ating talakayan, and with the indulgence of para maayos po ang kaayusan ng ating talakayan, we will take up topics one at a time. Resource person will present first, followed by questions from the chair. Ayun po, ganun po ang magiging flow ng ating discussion, COMSEC. All right. So we will discuss first Senate Bill number 1405 on lifetime validity of identification cards to persons with disability. I look forward to our discussions. Let us try to finish the entirety of our agenda. May I request the resource persons to briefly discuss the essence of the legislative measures. For the order of presentation, DSWD will present first, followed by DOH, DILG, NCDA, Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines, Philippine Foundation for the Rehabilitation of Disabled, Philippine Federation of the Deaf, Down Syndrome Association of the Philippines, if they're here, Philippine and Autism Society of Philippines. Our other resource persons, especially DSWD, may be asked from time to time to make clarification as this discussion progresses. Maraming salamat po. DSWD are given 8 minutes. Please keep it brief and straightforward. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Magandang umaga po and to our fellow resource persons. Good morning. Let just misstate a few paragraphs about this hearing. The Department of Social Welfare and Development, in coordination with the National Council in Disability Affairs, extends its full support to the legislative intent behind all proposed measures seeking to enhance the validity, security, and integrity of persons with disabilities. Identification card, PWD-ID. We recognize the profound importance of these proposed laws upholding the rights, promoting the welfare, and ensuring consistent access to mandated privileges for our sector for persons with disabilities. While we support the objective of streamlining the issuance process, the DSWD must underscore a critical concern currently undermining the persons with disabilities benefits system. The pervasive proliferation of fraudulent use of fake PWD IDs. The widespread abuse has resulted in significant revenue leakage and unfairly compromises the genuine benefits intended for legitimate persons with disabilities. To proactively address the crisis, the DSWD and NCDE has already initiated and is currently in the process of nationwide scale-up of the unified PWD ID system. This comprehensive digital platform is the direct governmental response to restoring trust and accountability in the PWD ID system. We humbly ask the esteemed authors of the current legislation to adopt and consider to integrate the DSWD unified PWD ID system into the proposed measure, thus ensuring a single standardized and secure national identity system for persons with disabilities rather than creating a parallel structure. Mr. Chairman, having said that, I have with me here the person who is directly involved in the issuance of the PWD ID being issued by our department, who can probably enlighten if there is any question on if you want to ask question on how this is being operated about the security of this ID system, Mr. Chairman.
Please, go ahead, ASEC Cunha. Thank you, ASEC Aziz.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Just a rejoinder on the unified PWD ID system. So we launched the unified PWD ID system last August 12. And as we speak, we are onboarding several LGUs together with NCDA. And as of December 7, we do have about 12,029 registrations spread across different provinces and municipalities. So at this point, we are pursuing massive registration activities. And as you can see in your screen, the top ID is the PWD ID that we are preparing at this point. And as you can see there as well, there's a verifiable QR code that is centrally verifiable, meaning if one LGU issues a PWD ID, another LGU can recognize that it is issued from the central registry. As you can see on the left, I believe this will be a solution to the repeat verification. We can actually do liveness check even if it's self-service, Mr. Chair. So we don't need to actually require people to fall in line because they can actually do this at the convenience of their own homes or wherever they are. So I think at this point, Mr. Chair, we are ready. If there are certain clarifications, we are more than happy to discuss in this session. Good morning.
Thank you. Yes, I do. So this is an identification card. Paano po yung validity nito? Gaano katagal po ba ito? May expiration po ba ito? Kasi we're talking about PWD ID, sir, na ika nga lifetime ang validity. Ikagaya ito na nabanggitin nyo, physical disability. I don't know kung ano hong disability nito. Example na ito siguro kung putol ho yung paa, walang isang paa lang ho niya, o isang kamay lang, di ba? I mean, it will not regenerate, it will not regrow, di po ba? Kung lalo na pag pinanganak ko siya, ganun na siya talaga, di ba? Or bulag talaga, pipi, bingi. Inborn yung autism po niya, di ba? Down syndrome, things like that. Paano ho ito? I mean, how does this work?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So at this point po, to respond to your question, per NCDA Admin Order Number 1, Series of 2021, the PWD ID is, as of today, valid until 5 years. However, in the event that there are superseding policies, guidelines, and laws, the advantage of having a centralized registry, we can actually update that policy and activate the digital ID to lifetime.
So, this is 5 years po ang validity ng PWD ID. Whether kay ano ang ikang kapansanan mo, it does not matter.
At this point, Mr. Chair, that's the situation.
All right. Okay. Parang hindi ho ako agree kasi let us take this into consideration also. Nagrereklamo din po yung businesses because naabuso po ito because of the fact na may mga gumagamit po sa mga restaurant. Alam mo natin may discount pero napakalakas. Malakas pa kasi sa akin. Ika nga. Sabi, pwede pa akong tumakbo. Nagwawala pa. Pero siguro sasabihin ang disability niya emotional or psychological, pero that should not be the case po eh. Kailangan din ho siguro. Pero what I'm saying, and gusto ho natin, when we say disability, yung permanent na ikang apparent, that's what you called, na nandyan na eh. Kita mo na, di ba? Yun siguro, yun ho talaga na. Hindi na natin kailangan ng 5 years kasi after 5 years, babalik ho siya, di ba? What if the person's already old? Di niya na ho kaya mag-isa. What if the person doesn't have legs? Wala pong sasama sa kanya ay lalapse na yung kanyang validity na kanyang ID next month. Wala po siyang kasama. Di po ba? Siguro, yun ho yung pag-usapan ho natin dito na pag talagang makikita ho natin talagang inborn or apparent ikang disability na disgrasya siya, wala siyang kamay, walang paa, di ba? Bulag, pipibing eh. Siguro natin kailangan, siguro lifetime na yung validity po nito. Pero yung other po, forms, kung mga gaya lang cancer, nagagamot naman po yun, awa ng Diyos, di po ba? O may mga diabetes, di po ba? May mga ganung sistema ho eh. Yun ho, kailangan nating pag-aralan siguro. And that's what we're doing right now. Pero thank you po, thank you. So, go ahead po. Are you done with your presentation?
Just a quick rejoinder po ulit,
Sige.
Mr. Chair. Again, I'd like to emphasize if there's already a new policy on the validity of the ID, the digital ID platform for the PWD ID system is ready to update that validity extension or lifetime category.
So, are you saying that we have to have a bill first bago natin magawa yan kay sa DSWD? Kasi common sense, di ba? Pag nakita mo na isa na lang ang paa, di ba? Or walang paa, inborn siya. Or walang kamay, or isa lang ang kamay. I mean, yun ang sinasabi natin, physical disability. Or talagang blind ho siya, di ba? May kita naman sa unang apply niya, may kita. Or talagang deaf and mute po siya. I mean, hindi na po nagagamot po yun, di po ba? So, or yung mga may kapansanan yung mga nakahiga na lang sa kama, yung mga autism or yung mga Down syndrome, di po ba? These disabilities po, sir, hindi na po nagagamot po ito. Pero yung ibang disabilities, yung mga naabuso ng ilan dyan, kumakain pa sa mga restaurant, lumamon, para makakuha lang ng discount, yun siguro questionable. Pero kung physically pupunta mag-a-apply na talagang kulang ang kamay, walang pa, bulag, pipi at bingi, di po ba? At saka, or dala-dala ng kanyang tatay, nanay, dala kahiga nila since birth, talagang wala na yung hindi na talagang makalakad, di makapagsalita. Siguro, can we do that? Can we start doing this na gawin na pong lifetime itong ID po, persons with disability?
Mr. Chair, may I refer the concern to our colleague from NCDA? I believe there's already some draft proposed
ahead.
amendments.
Thank you, Sec Acuña. Go ahead, Attorney Alaba.
Good morning, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Meron na po tayong nakaangkla po kasi gumagawa tayo ng Unified Persons with Disability Identification System.
Perfect.
Meron po tayong amendment po with what ASEC JP has been saying po yung sa Administrative Order number 1 series of 2021. So nasa council na po, meron na po tayong zero draft and it is being routed to our member agencies po, yung 13 strong agencies natin para po makapag-comment sila kung ano-ano po yung ilalaman ng ating yung bagong AO niya. But with respect po doon sa lifetime po.
What's the AO ho? Anong nilalaman nito? Can you give us briefly
Okay po.
a summary of that AO? What does it say?
Technically po, kung ano po yung mga requirements para pag mag-avail po ng mga identification cards, and at the same time po yung ano-ano yung mga different fields na ilalaman din nung sa identification and then sa form, and then yung validity po. Currently po ang validity po ng IDs po, ang sabi nga ni ASEC JP as accorded by our administrative order po is 5 years.
Pero attorney, hindi naman ho batas ito, di ba? Ito po department order lamang. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sec Acuña. It's an admin order, di
Yes,
po ba? So ibig sabihin, we can fix this, di po
Yes,
ba?
po,
I mean,
sir.
we don't need a law anymore. Dito pa lang sa inyo, po pwede na ho natin gawin na lifetime po kung talagang kita naman po, hindi mo na kailangang maging doktor, di po ba? You don't have to be a doctor to see na may kapansanan yung tao. Siguro yung may mga instances lang po, mental yun, medyo mahirap po yung magtatahimik nga minsan. Minsan may mga bata nga tayo na may autism po, tatahimik pero hindi mo mahalata, di po ba? And I would admit, for one, I have like 2 nephews na mayroon pong autism. Actually, 3. Meron po ako mga nephews na grand-nephews na may autism po . 3 ho yun. Pag hindi ho nagsalita, nakaupo lang, hindi mo halata na autistic. Di po ba? Autism, di ba? Or Down syndrome, dahil mga Down syndrome po ngayon, talagang bago yung mga mukha nila. Dati parang pare-pareho, pero nagbabago na. Yun know, siguro. Pero ibig sabihin, yun ang kailangan natin 5 years. Pero kung talagang physical po yung disability niya, Attorney Alaba, why do we have to tell them to come back every 5 years to renew? Alam naman natin, hindi na po, sabihin mo natin, maggamit siya ng prosthetics na lang po yun . Sabihin man na natin na pinanganak siya, naputol, factory worker siya, OFW, naputol po yung kanyang kamay, di po ba? Or nabulag, sundalo po siya, kagaya po yung in-extend ni Pangulong Marcos sa sundalo, magre-retire na, in-extend, bulag ho siya, di po ba? Hindi na kailangan na every 5 years pupunta sila kasi tama naman sinabi ko kanina sa opening remarks ko, it's parang insulto ba? Bakit mo pa kailangan ulit-ulitin every 5 years magpa-check up ka, pupunta ka sa doktor, sabihin mo doktor, i-certify mo ako na PWD ako. Kita naman na di ba? Kayo doon sa DSWD, dapat pag nag-apply, nakita mo na yung tagabigay. You don't have to be a doctor, di po ba? Go ahead, Asek Aziz, you have something to say.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think there is an ongoing study, I think, on to revisit the policy and probably to take into consideration your very laudable suggestions that it should be extended. But I have to revisit that because it is an executive one. And I think that there is an ongoing on that. And as you have said, if they are disabled, then even if we are going to check their IDs, then our people should come to him. It should not be the person who will come to the DSWD. Our people who will validate this ID should be the one to come to this disabled because necessarily that, I mean, it will be burden to them to come our office. And I think, sir, there is an ongoing study on that and they are just finalizing and hopefully, I'm very sure they will accommodate your very laudable suggestion, Mr. Chairman.
This question, Asek, is when? If we have to have this study, problema ho, keep on studying ho ito, common. Ang kailangan lang po natin dito, we don't need to study, we don't need to do research. Ang kailangan po dito common sense. I mean, that's all you need, di po ba? Hindi mo na kailangan mag-research. Yung tao, walang paa. What is it? Oh, do you need to study pa? Do you need to research? Or wala pong kamay? Kailangan mo bang tanungin siya, by birth po ba yan? Or you don't need. Nakita mo na ho eh, walang kamay, wala na siya mga daliri, di ba? Yung ika nga, mobility. Yung nahihirapan siya pati sa trabaho. Nahihirapan siya, lalo na po yung bulag, pipi, bingi. This kind of disabilities. Yung po yun, autism, di ba? Though may mga kuha na po sila ngayon, meron na po sila mga therapy, yung mga by Down syndrome, pero still, di ba? Mga slow learners po sila, kaya nga po nila kailangan ng mga special education, di po ba? So ito ho yung mga hindi na mababago eh. Pero yung mga may sakit, alam ko naman ho yun na meron tayong mga disability na temporary. Okay, napilay, nahulog dyan, pwede ho yung mga ganun, di ho ba? Pero nagagaling, nagagamot, di po ba? Paralysis, actually, mga na-stroke ka, pwede ka mag-apply. But then again, through therapy, nagagaling. Pero yung mga, what I'm trying to talk about here, Asek Aziz, Asek Acuña, and Attorney Alaba, physical disability na wala na hong kamay, di ba? Walang paa, bulag, pipi, bingi, di ba? Yung nakahiga na lang dyan, nakikita natin, di po ba? Na since birth, dyan na, pinapakain na lang na ng kanyang mga magulang. So, these kind of disabilities, baka po pwede na ho natin, bilis-bilisan natin. Kasi, hindi ho gusto ng mga tao ho yun, yung mga kababayan natin, pag-aaralan natin, dyan na naman ho papasok. Yung ika nga problema natin sa gobyerno, tayo na sa gobyerno, ika nga yung bureaucracy, yung red tape. When in fact, if we can do it now, when we come back after this hearing, we can start doing something about it. Marami yung matutuwa, di po ba?